ClickFunnels 2.0 is a massive platform. It has a lot of capabilities, a lot of functionality, and I just want to cover each of them in turn slightly, not super in depth here. If you want more in depth stuff, I have a lot more videos on my YouTube channel, but in this case, I'm just going to be going over the general layout of the platform, what you can expect to achieve where you got to go for certain things, just to give you a better understanding or fundamental view of the platform itself. Okay, so to start things off here, let's go ahead and start from the very top and we'll work our way down on the page, right? So at the very top of the page, you'll see a couple different things. We have a search bar right here. We have a account manager or whatever here. So if you have multiple different accounts, if you're working with clients, if you are doing this for yourself and you're just managing your own account, you will only see the one, right? You'll see your one workspace one team with all the workspaces inside of it. In the center of the screen here, we have a search bar, and like it says right here, we can literally search for anything: contacts, workflows, specific funnels, sites, anything that you can think of. It will show up in this dropdown. Help articles, guides, literally anything. You can also actually reach out to their support if you run into any technical issues. If you have any questions, their support team is fantastic. Just click over here, have a question. Monday through Thursday, the chat is 24/7. Friday, it gets cut off at 6 p.m. Pacific, I believe. But on the weekend, they have email support still. There's still support 24/7, 7 days a week. Either way, whatever is available, you'll see there's two different options here. If you want to contact, it tries to ask if you have any, if you're looking for a specific guide or tour, right? They have tons of resources here. You can also ask the AI bot here, and it will do the same thing. It'll just find what you're looking for a lot faster. But anyways, that is there as a resource, but use it to your advantage here. Again, it's literally, you can find anything from the search bar right here. Moving over to the right, if you do need help, this is just going to open up that chat bot we saw a second ago, where you can search up your question. You can contact ClickFunnels directly, either through chat or through email, whatever works best for you. Chat is usually pretty quick as far as getting back to you or getting your issues resolved quickly, right? They're really fast. To the right of help here, you'll see the option for AI. Actually, I don't think everyone will. You only see this in your account if you're on the Funnel Hacker plan, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I could be some other thing completely. I'm not sure. But if you don't see it, it could just be that you're on a different plan, and that's okay if you don't. I personally use stuff like ChatGPT. It's also free, and I was using it before they added this to the platform. There's a bunch of different options for AI. If you would like to use this directly in the platform, it's still a helpful tool if you have that plan. Basically, it can help you create headlines. It can help you create anything you think of. It's just regular AI, right? Where you can go in and you can talk to it like any other chatbot, saying, hey, I want to create a headline for a funnel that is all about coffee. All right, you can definitely type that in here. It will allow you to choose which one you want to use. If you're in the actual funnel itself, you can still use this as well. It'll add it to the funnel itself or the page you're working on automatically by clicking on one of the buttons here. Well, in this case, I haven't prompted it at all, but it is helpful at times, but I usually end up going off the platform for third-party services at this moment. Maybe in the future, as it continues to grow and get better, I will revamp that or rethink it. But for now, I personally go off the platform for like ChatGPT. Moving over to the right here to the megaphone, this is the changelog, which essentially is just a announcement feed that shows any new updates, such as when a new feature is added, or bugs have been fixed, or any improvements to the platform, such as the way the editor flows, right? Anything that has been made or anything that has been added will show up in this feed, right? And if you want to see more, you click on see all changes, and this will also take you to the feature request board as well if you want to see more information about that. And so if you want to see a specific feature on the platform, you can go in and make a request and share it with friends and family that are also using the platform, or anybody that has an account. They can upload it. They can then get it in front of the dev team, and yeah, anyways, you have the ability to do that through here as well, in case that is helpful. Moving to the right, we have the bell icon. This is going to be just notifications in general for your account here. As of right now, you're only going to see that there are new contacts created because I have a notification set up for a workflow, essentially just to notify me that this is a new contact, it's been created, and give me all the information. And I have it added to also notify me inside of the platform, just like this. So I can see everything right here from this drop down. But there is that. Really, it's just notifications as far as what's happening in the platform. Maybe you have a funnel sharing into your account, or the template that you're working on, it's sharing into the account. You'll be notified when it's fully ready to go and shared into your account and all set up in this bell icon or notification area as well. To the right of that, you'll see an option for your basic user management. So your own user settings, you can manage or access the ClickFunnels Affiliate Center. If you're an affiliate, you can go in and check your counter connections, your availability, basically the scheduling functionality inside of the platform here, if that's something you're looking for. But that's basically it, just account settings. From there, we have the dashboard. Let's just dive into each of these pages that we see over here on the left-hand side. The dashboard is basically just the quick start location that is meant to get you to take action quick, right? Or get you to where you need to be quickly, whether it's creating a funnel or building anything. You can go over here to the top right and click on create. It's going to show a drop down as far as all the things you can create from this specific view, right? Blog posts all the way to courses, which is crazy. It speeds up the process a lot. You don't have to click around more than once. You can do 2 clicks and you are in that workflow already. Okay. Aside from that, if we scroll down again, you can create funnels from here. You can manage your website and everything directly from this page. You can create pages. You can see any recent activity right here. It's just a bunch of overview information, really. We have the option for training and more. Basically, it's just other resources that you can access here on the platform, such as like documentation. If you're looking for any guides or articles, you can find that right here. You can check out the community. This is basically just going to bring you to the Facebook group, but there's a bunch of different things here. All right, moving on over to sites in that left-hand navigation. Now, the site overview page here is going to be where you manage your site. As far as what domain is attached, anything related to your site at all, this is where you'd want to go and address that. So if you want to go in and customize your site, maybe your homepage or any other site page that you've created, you can do that right here. You can go to manage the settings and adjust like domain is connected, the SEO for your site, anything like that right here. You can see any other themes you have currently added to your workspace. As right now, I don't have any. I just have the one and only, which is totally fine. Now, moving down the secondary navigation over here, or secondary left-hand navigation, we have the option for blog. You can go in and create a blog post here. You can view the blog. If you want to actually edit the blog itself, like the blog home, you'd want to do that through overview and just go to edit. Go over here to overview, click on customize rather. This will take us into the editor where we can see all these other pages as well. So we can just edit it directly from here. You go on the left-hand navigation, we see storefront, we have blog home, we got customer center, right, all the way down to coming soon page. If you have any site pages connected, it would show over here in that left-hand navigation. And you can just click through, make adjustments to that. And that is it. Again, this is just more or less an overview or a generalized overview of the platform. If you want more in-depth training or information on the platform, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel. There's tons of resources there. I've created at least 150 videos at this point in time to help out with that. So moving down the left-hand navigation, we got community. If you would like to create your own community, you can manage it and create it right here, right? Moving down, we got store. So your storefront, where you are actually selling products. I don't have a store created yet, so nothing there, or at least within this workspace. Moving down, we have the customer center, which is going to tie into your customer's experience, right? So if you run like a course or are providing any assets upon a product being purchased, you can manage that right here as far as the hub that people will see when they actually purchase those things or they are trying to access them. This is going to be where you want to go and adjust that and customize it. Moving down, we are going to see funnels here. Funnels are basically guided experiences that you are creating for your customers. If you'd like to create a new funnel, just click on create funnel over here on the right side. It's going to take you to a new page where you can start from a template or even from scratch if you'd like to. There's a bunch of different templates here you can start from. Just scroll down and see all the options here. We have presentation funnels, we have unboxing funnels, we have phone funnels, whatever it is that you are after. That's definitely achievable on this page, or again, we can start from scratch. All right, but you can always come back here and manage your funnels from this view right here, from this page. You can access the settings here, you can clone a funnel, you can view it in a new window and view the analytics for that funnel. Moving down, we have pages. This is going to be individual standalone pages that essentially can be either connected to your site, they can be just one-off pages where maybe you're giving information about something, they can be used for anything. Your mind is the only cap on their potential at this point. Now, not all these pages or page types are created as equals. The only one that's really different here is going to be the theme pages here. This is going to be something that's going to affect a lot of the baseline functionality and appearances that you have for your sites, your blog, your courses. It's all going to be starting from your theme and theme pages. So you can go and adjust these right here if you'd like to, if you're looking for a specific one, right? You can always add new theme pages. You can, you can do whatever you want. This is just basically to manage what you already have inside of this workspace or account. As of right now, there's 20 pages here, but this is the only one that stands out compared to the standalone pages and funnel pages. And the only reason why I bring that up is because this is the only one that cannot be added as a regular site page, or at least there's no benefit to doing this. Whereas if you create a standalone page or a funnel page, you want to attach these as site pages, you can do so, not necessarily again for theme pages. There's not really a benefit to doing that because all theme pages are going to show up inside of the editor when you're in overview. So go to overview and then go to customize. In that left-hand navigation, you'll see all the theme pages that you can adjust. But anyways, so there's no point, but if you wanted to say add something to that left-hand navigation as a site page, and again, I'll show you where that shows up in a second. You'd want to go to, let's go to like funnel pages for a second and go to the gear icon for this guy. This is the first one I saw here. Scroll down, and for the advanced settings, you can pin the page as a site page. So click on that, update the page there. And after that, this page will now show up in site pages. There we go. Now, all that to say is when we go to customize in the overview tab here, you can go over here in the left-hand navigation, click directly on that page that we assigned as a site page, and be able to edit it directly from here without having to exit and come back in and all this good stuff. You can attach it to the site itself if you plan on like linking it in the site somewhere. It's going to make it a lot easier to go and make adjustments without having to leave. That's the main thing here, right? So go ahead and just exit this now. But heading down the list here, underneath pages, we have URL redirects. So if you want to create a new redirect inside of the platform directly, you can do it right here. So if there's a page you don't want people to see anymore and you want to take them to a new location instead, you can technically do that right here. Moving down, we have courses. You can create as many courses as you like. Again, your imagination is the only barrier here. In this case, go ahead and create a course and you can create it on anything. All right, and as many of them as you want. But moving down, we have domains. Now, domains is going to be where you actually add any custom domains that you already own or would like to use inside of your account here. Or you can also buy a domain right here. There's nothing actually hosted in ClickFunnels necessarily, meaning it's going to redirect you to, I believe it's Ionos. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. It's Ionos. Let's see, click on it. Ionos. I always feel like I'm mispronouncing that name, but it'll redirect you to that location right there, or you can just go to any other third-party domain purchaser or domain registrar and buy your domain there, such as like Google Domains, Squarespace, GoDaddy, Namecheap. There's a bunch of them out there. And then after that, you can just add them into ClickFunnels and be good to go. Moving down, we have URLs, and this is basically just going to be the hub of every single URL that you have created inside of your workspace. For funnels, for sites, for pages, for products, for blogs, for literally everything. You see it up here at the top as far as filter options go, but again, it's every single URL in the account. If you want to go and adjust that or view more information on that, you can right here. You can adjust the path names. You can adjust everything as far as URLs are concerned. Okay, with that said, let's head over to the main navigation again, the left-hand navigation. Click on funnels, and this is actually just going to be a shortcut to the same tab we've already explored. Funnels and sites will bring you basically to the same secondary navigation menu or same page. The only difference here is when I click on sites, it brings me to the site overview tab here. If I click on funnels, it's going to bring me right to funnels. That's it. It's just a shortcut, makes it so it's a little bit faster to navigate through the platform. All right, there was that. Now below that we have products, and this is basically where we can go in and manage and create our products, right? We can go over here, we can have collections, we have different product tags we can create. It's everything product related. So if you want to create a product, go ahead and give it a name. You'd select whether it is a digital or a physical product, and set up a price and all that good stuff. Again, if you're looking for in-depth information on any of the things I'm going over here, make sure just to head to my YouTube channel. There are a lot of videos in there that will cover the stuff we're talking about here in depth. Okay, but anyways, let's head over to the next navigation item, which is going to be orders. By default, when you click on orders, it's going to take us to the orders tab over here, and this is basically just an overview of all transactions that have happened. You can set filters here for one time, reoccurring. You can further filter right here within filters, right? You can set up anything you like, anything you can think of. As for now, it's not showing anything that has voided or pending at the moment in time. You can remove that if you want that not to be true, but you can see up here there's an interactive graph or line chart that you can review. You can also go through and change like the range of data that we're looking at here and compare it with different time periods if you want to. There's that. If you want to turn off insights, you can definitely do that. You can create orders directly from this page as well. Over on the left hand or secondary navigation here, we have options for payments. Right, so if someone's making actual payments here, you can see all the information. Again, it's just another way to consolidate or filter based off of specific insights you're trying to get information for. Below that, we have invoices, which are just paid or unpaid. You also have pending fulfillment. If there's anything in limbo right there that are waiting for the actual fulfillment of whatever service or product that you are selling them. Below that, we have the orders page. This is where we started out. We have subscriptions. So if you want to filter between one time or recurring, it's going to allow you to do so. If you click on one time, it's just going to take you back to orders, right? These right here, these filter options, again, they're just filters, or these are different views to give you the information you're looking for. But this is basically the same view between one time and recurring, besides the type of payment that we're looking at. Okay, we have fulfillments. Give it a second to load. There's nothing to be fulfilled here. Again, this is a fresh account, so there's not much, or a fresh workspace, so there's not much to actually see here visually. But if there were any fulfillments that were pending or in general, you would be able to see them all right here. We have draft orders right here. You can create a new order if you'd like to and send out any invoices if needed. You can go in and see any abandoned orders. So if someone's like just stopped paying out of the blue, you can see them all right here. You can see when they stopped paying. You can again change the date range. You can remove the insight if you want to and just get the numbers right here, or the layout of each of the contacts that meet what we're looking for. All right, we see one time, recurring, there we go. And it's just going to show us the specific people that are not paying or have abandoned orders for each of those. Below abandoned, we have order tags. So again, just for organization, similar to when we were looking at products, you can create product tags for organizing different products. You can do the same thing for orders as well. Moving down on the left-hand navigation, we have contacts. Now from contacts, we can upload CSVs, we can add contacts manually if you wanted to. You can manage contacts by clicking on any of these directly. This will bring us to the overview tab over here on the right-hand side. And from there, you can click on view full profile. This will give you the ability to go in and manage or view any and all information for this contact. So overview is going to be all of the information that they have provided, maybe in a form or when they opted in, maybe on a funnel. Either way, everything is going to show up right here. It's going to show when they're most active right up here at the very top, and if they have any shipping or credit cards on file, show them right here. Over on the right hand side, we have activity. This is basically going to show you every instance that this contact has been active with your pages, and it'll tell you which page. It'll allow you to click directly on it if you want to be brought to it so you can see it. You can see what that action was. So in this case, it's just page view because I have the page open right here. But we can see when workflows fire. You can see I've been on this page for a long time now, so I have a few different records of just sitting on the page. But if we go further down, you can see like there's a workflow that fired. We can see when it happened. We can see what step in the workflow was fired. You can click on it to be brought to the actual workflow if you wanted to. There's a bunch of different things here. But moving over to marketing, this is going to be where you can view all of the marketing data that has been collected at this point in time. As of right now, I have 2 workflows this contact has interacted with. One is completely done and one is currently active. So they're still in the middle of that workflow. There's going to be another email, I believe, in the sequence that they're in. But if I wanted to view the workflow that they are in, I can just click on this directly. It'll bring me to workflows or that specific one, so I can see where they're at. I can see what the workflow actually is and get more information if needed. But below that, we have broadcasts. So if I had sent out any broadcast emails to this contact, it would show right here. You can click on the specific broadcast. It'll bring you to a page where you can manage that broadcast, or view stats on it, and view the open rates and everything like that. Below that, you have calendar events, and I'll get to that in a second. There are ways that you can set up specific calendar booking pages, kind of like Calendly, directly in the platform as well. So if you want to make it so people can set up like a consultation time with you, you can do that again directly in the platform. We'll get to that in a second. Just know it is a possibility. All right. To the right of that, we have orders, we have enrollments, we have fulfillments, we have assets. These are all going to just show anything related to the contact that is relevant. So for orders, any transactions they've made. For enrollments, it'll show any courses that they're in, as well as the modules and lessons that they can view. We have the fulfillments and assets, which are basically any digital assets that they have access to. Opportunities, this has to do with pipelines and CRMs. There is a functionality for this inside of the platform as well. And again, we'll get to that in a second. Besides that, we have appointments. So again, anytime they book an appointment, you can have a overview of what they have coming up or what they have already done as far as appointments set and appointments attended right here on this page. As of right now, there's nothing there, but if there were, we'd see it on this page. All right, now at the top, you have the option to manage a contact. So you can go in and edit a contact, you can change a password, you can send a magic link, unsubscribe, you can delete or GDPR, always a mouthful for me, delete the contact or remove the contact. Totally up to you. Remove contact doesn't permanently delete them. It just removes them from the system temporarily. Basically, if they re-opt in, they can basically come back to exactly where they were, where all the information is still stored for that contact. The other option of GDPR deleting is going to permanently delete that contact and anything related to it. And there's that. Okay, moving back to the left-hand navigation or secondary navigation there, we have the option for contact tags. We go over here, we can create new tags, we can manage ones, we can see contacts that have tags, we can remove tags, we can edit the name of tags or the tag itself. Click on this. Right, there's that. We can assign a color to it if you want to, assign a custom color if you want to go over here and do that. Just click on a pencil icon, type in the actual code here, or the actual hex code that you want to use, and then update the tag. Moving down on the secondary navigation, we have segments. This is basically just you having the ability to go in and change up the view of the contacts, essentially creating filters so you don't have to go in and redo this a bunch of times. So if you're looking for specific contacts that meet a certain profile, maybe they've purchased a specific product, you can go over here, say they have purchased product is, and I only have one product here. You can click on create segment, and now it's only going to, I didn't give it a name, hold on, purchased. There we go. Give it a name and then create the segment. You can get super detailed as far as the actual filter rule there as well. But once you click on this, it's going to then take us back to all contacts and have that new filter applied, or that filter you want to see applied and ready to go. Okay. Below this, we have contact imports. So if you'd like to import a contact, just click on this, click on CSV import up here at the top. And any other imports, if you've done this multiple times, will show here as well. So you can go in, you can manage them, you can go in and edit them, you can delete them, whatever you gotta do, you can do it all from this page. Moving down, we have contact actions. Now, in this case, it's just tags and basically actions that have happened to contacts in the recent past. And it's going to show you the most recent one as of today. You can dismiss it, you can give details. As right now, we have tagging going on right now, but it would show you more categories based off of different attributes or actions that are happening. So if you are maybe enrolled in a course, it would show course enrollments, it would show anything else related to that. All right. From there, we have contact attributes. Over here, click on that. This is basically going to be those custom input fields that you've created inside of the platform. If you want to create new ones, you can definitely do so. Click on this right here, and it'll allow you to go through the whole process of actually creating a new attribute. Give it a label. You can set the actual type of field here. I prefer to do this inside of a page or a funnel and then test out the page. And then after that, this will automatically fill in by itself as far as like the key, the field type. All you have to do is test it out, and that is it. And then you'll see that this list continues to grow as you create more and more custom input fields and collect more information this way. All right, moving down, we have analytics. This is self-explanatory, right? We have overview of everything that's happening inside of our account. We have overview. We can do it for specific funnels, pages. We can set date ranges here, and it's going to give us all the information that's relative to that time period that we have selected. All right, we can do daily or weekly. There's not very much information here to actually view. Again, it's a fresh account. If we move down the page, we have more of an overview type of view here for opt-ins, product sales, and total customers. You have the option to compare to periods up here at the top. And if you want, you can also do reporting. Now, this is going to be like set overviews for specific outcomes you're looking for. So sales by products, you can filter by individual products. You can scroll down. There's a bunch of different options here. All right. There is that. Now moving down, we have the live view. This one's pretty cool because you can see basically everything that's happening at this moment in time. Live, it means right now this is happening. As of right now, it's 16 minutes ago, but it keeps current events, and you can be very specific as far as what event you're looking for. I don't usually come here, but it's pretty cool to see if you have a new offer going out and you want to see like how people are interacting with it minute by minute. This is how you can actually do that, and yeah, it's cool in that sense. Moving down from analytics to marketing, this is going to be the main area where you would set emails up to be sent out from your account, whether that is a one-off standpoint or a automated sequence that you're setting up. Either way, that would all be achieved within this area. Now, starting at the top here within that secondary navigation, we have workflows. Workflows are super versatile in all aspects of the platform here. Whether you want to enroll people in courses or send out an automated email, add tags, send out notifications. There's so many use cases here. It's unbelievable. So anytime you are trying to do something new, I would always consider or take the time to consider whether or not they can be set up in an automation or a workflow rather to simplify your life and day-to-day actions. All right, moving down over here in the left-hand navigation, we have automations. This is basically just meant for the pipelines within your account for CRM and moving people back and forth, determining what happens when someone's moved from, let's say, warm lead or cold lead to warm lead within the pipeline. Don't worry, we're getting there as far as that portion of the platform, but this is where that would really come into play. All right, we're going to go back out of here. Basically, they're like mini workflows or automated sequences. Oh, let's go click back over here. Moving down below that, or below automations, we have broadcasts. Broadcasts are one-off emails that you're sending from your account that can be set for specific dates and times if you want to. But really, it's just meant for one-off emails, such as like newsletters, right? If you want to send out a weekly newsletter, this is where you'd be setting that up. All right. Moving down, we have email templates. So if you want to create a set design that you want to use for all of your marketing emails, this is a good place to start. You can come here, create the template, and then use that template within your workflows and broadcasts. Wherever you actually create emails, you can reuse that template moving forward. That way, everything is cohesive and aligned with your brand. All right. Moving down, we have marketing settings. This is basically going to be where you set up everything from your sending email addresses, the email domains, making sure that everything is set up with your SPF records, your DKIM, your DMARC, everything that's going to be required to make sure that you are actually ending up in people's inboxes, right? So we have that over here. We have email domains, right? And for every domain that you have added, you'll also see the same type of layout here. You'll see either green check marks or red X's. If you see red X's, just means that you got to go ahead and add that specific record and make sure it is all good to go within your domain registrar. Okay. Anyways, that's where this is. From there, we have topics. This is basically just allowing you to segment your audience based off of the topics they might be interested in when you're sending out things like broadcasts. It's considered to be a filter. People can opt in or opt out to receive these types of emails on their end. When they're choosing to unsubscribe, they can remove themselves from certain topics if they no longer want something. So for instance, if you have a topic for like digital marketing and maybe you do maybe paid advertising for one and maybe organic marketing, who knows? I'm just giving examples here. Say someone doesn't want to receive emails anymore for organic marketing, they can just unsubscribe from that specific topic and no longer receive those messages. There's that. Okay. Anyways, moving on over, we have email addresses, right? This is where you can go and create your custom email addresses once you have a custom domain inside of your account. You definitely need to set up the custom domain first. After that, you'll be able to come here and create your new email. All right, moving over to the general settings. This is going to be basically where you set up your marketing address. This right here is going to show up at the bottom of all of your marketing emails, whether that's for a workflow or a broadcast. This is going to be the address and everything that shows up at the bottom to help comply with CAN spam regulations and make sure that you are compliant. That's all this is for, but make sure whatever you put here, you're willing to put that out in the world. Use your business address, right? Not your personal one if there is a difference. Anyways, moving down, you can customize your unsubscribed footer if you wanted to. You have the option to turn on or off a ClickFunnels badge. I currently have that on. I should actually hide that now I'm looking at it. But anyways, there's that. You can show or hide the ClickFunnels badge for if you're a ClickFunnels affiliate, right? And then at the bottom, we have the option to go here and set up our company email addresses. Basically what is going to be used to send emails to contacts, whether it's from a system email or a workflow, a broadcast, whatever it is, you can set it up here for both this system email dropdown and then the one for marketing email addresses as well. Same with a reply to address. So basically, if someone replies to any of your marketing emails, you can determine where it is actually going to go. There's that. Okay, with that said, let me go ahead and just save because I want to hide that, realizing that that is currently turned on. Moving down from marketing, we have countdown funnels, which is a relatively new feature here inside of ClickFunnels. This comprises of two different aspects. They go hand in hand, they work together here. To summarize countdown funnels here, all you need to know is that the countdown event here is going to determine what the actual timer displays. The countdown timer is just the look and feel that you want for the timer itself. But the timer is always going to display what you have set right here for the event time and date. And yeah, basically you put this into an email and it's going to display the time of the event and the countdown relative to what they have signed up for. Hopefully this helps kind of clarify around this specific feature. If you want any more information on it, I will be posting a video about this soon on my YouTube channel. But anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and move down to the sales tab over here within that left-hand navigation. Now this right here is what I was referring to when I was talking about CRM and pipelines. This is where you set all that up. Now, there are a couple things that tie into this as far as managing the opportunities and the flow of your pipelines and stuff like that. But all you need to know is that the main goal here is to have a visual representation of your customer's journey, right? So from becoming a new lead all the way to completing a deal or having a project fully fulfilled, right? You can have all of those added to the board and lay it out exactly how you want. The entire order here, it's totally up to you and can be adjusted at any point. So with that in mind, each of these stages you can attach automations to. I kind of touched on that within the marketing tab a moment ago, but essentially these little lightning bolts right here at the very top allow you to add certain actions based off of the event of them being added. So if we go over here, you can say when a contact enters the stage, for instance, you can go in and set an effect of send an asset, send a message, notify, you want to enroll them in a course. It's basically like it's a light version of a workflow. If you wanted to add anybody to this specific pipeline or this column, for instance, just click on add opportunity and you can do that for any of these guys. At this point, you can go ahead and just give it a name. So we'll call it just test for now. We'll give it a stage of new leads, just so I know that they have just come in, or maybe I've been talking to them for a while and they have an appointment confirmed. I would just go over there, or maybe I just finished a project. Either way, I can also change that manually as well. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it as new lead. For the contact, I'm gonna select just a random email there. For the assignee, this is gonna be whoever you want within your team to be the one that handles this lead. You can just click here and it's going to show a drop down of all the email addresses in the account. For the value, you can go ahead and just click right here and type in whatever you want, whatever the actual customer is going to eventually convert into, hopefully. And at this point, you can add notes if you would like to. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and just click on create opportunity, and it's going to add that new contact or this contact to this lead board or to this specific column. Now I can drag and drop, place it anywhere I want. Maybe I want to bring it all the way to confirmed appointments. There we go. If you want to make any adjustments to the contact at all or to this specific opportunity, such as maybe like add a note or something, you can just go over here, click on the name, And from there, go ahead and just type any notes you want or change the value, whatever it is, and then go ahead and update the opportunity. At the top up here, you have the ability to change the view if you'd like to, by going from Kanban board to table. And table is just basically going to be everything listed out in rows here, just like that. I'm going to go back because I like the Kanban board. But aside from that, you have the option to go between different boards, different pipelines. You can have more than one. It's not just this one that we're looking at right now. So if you wanted to create, say, a new one, you can either click on the three dots here, create a new pipeline, or you can even edit the existing one that we're on right now. So I'm going to go to pipelines now, just because we're already touching on that. Again, I mentioned you can edit an existing one. So if I wanted to adjust this, add more stages, I definitely could here, or remove them, totally up to you. I'm going to go ahead and just exit out of here, and we can create a new one just so you can see the setup process. So we'll do new pipeline, new, warm, hot, deal closed. That's not how you spell deal. There we go. And after this, we can hit save and you're good to go. Now you can go in between the different pipelines you have in your account right here. Click on defaults and it'll show the default one, the one we were working on before. Moving down, we have appointments. Now appointments is going to be the hub for all of your scheduled events. Whenever you want someone to book a time with you, maybe to get on a call or maybe for like an interview, sales calls, whatever it is, you can technically create an event type here that people can sign up for, and it'll give a call link. It'll send out a scheduling email. It'll do all that. It'll add it to their calendar, all that good stuff. Now to show you what I'm actually referring to and what this is going to look like, let's go ahead and open this up in a new tab just so you can see it with a visual flair here. On this page, you can go in and set a date. You can select a time, and after that, confirm, right? So from here, we'll go ahead and enter my name. You'd enter an email and a phone number. You can add guests if that's, it depends on what the actual event is that you set up, right? But you got any additional info if you want to, any comments, and you can book the appointment. Once you book the appointment, it'll add the calendar event to both yours and the person that booked the appointment's calendar, right? So it'll show up on both your sides there with a link for the Google Meet and any other information such as like the comments or anything like that, and any information about the event itself. All right. There is that. Now that's all there really is to it. It's just, I just want to give you a visual of what we're looking at here. To create an event like this, you just go to event types. From there, you would go and add a event type. You can do one-on-one, you can do collective, you can do round robin. Soon to come, it looks like we'll have the option for a group call for like maybe webinars or any type of event, online event or online class. That'd be amazing. But anyways, that is soon to come. But for the rest of these guys, for one-on-one consultations or interviews, you can technically just get away with a one-on-one call here and be good to go. Let's say we'll go with a one-on-one, for example, here. After this, you'd set up an event type. You go and select your domain so it knows what to put that under. And you can set up the path name for the actual event itself. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of here. We're going to head over to scheduled events and I'll walk through this. Now, scheduled events is going to be the main place that's going to show all events that have happened or are going to happen or have been canceled, or anything that's been scheduled at all, right? You see different tabs here. There's only past ones because there's no upcoming, but you can manage these events. You can click on them to learn more. You can reschedule them if you want to. You can cancel them or discard. Yeah, totally up to you. But this is going to be the place to go if you're trying to manage events. Now let's go ahead and head back to overview. We can kind of dive into what's happening here. Now this is going to be more or less just a brief summary of what's happening between you and all the other teammates on your account or employees, whoever it is on your workspace, and their upcoming events. So you can, by default, it's going to be your overview, but you can change it to be workspace. You can be, or change it to be specific people. In this case, I only have one person, myself, on this actual workspace that has a calendar set up. So I'm not seeing anybody else in the drop down. But I would be able to see their accounts or their scheduled events right here. I can also see created event types down here at the bottom. Now scroll back to the top, there's two other things we have to discuss here, which is going to be the create option, which will allow you to create new event types and scheduled events directly from the overview page. And then we have the little gear icon here, click on that. It'll allow you to manage two different things. One, your calendar connections. So if you have different accounts that you would like to connect, you can do it directly here, whether it's Zoom or actually I don't think there's Zoom yet, but Google Calendar, Yahoo, Microsoft, whatever it is that you use for your calendar connection or the preferred calendar, right? Otherwise, you have the option to change your availability or customize that or create a new schedule completely. Totally up to you. Okay, that is that when it comes to sales. Now let's head over here to these last three. This one right here is going to be the message hub. Essentially, if you want a little chat bot on the account, that's not even a chat bot. If you want the ability to enable chat like this on your homepage, or anywhere inside of your account rather, you would want to set that up right here, right? Using Message Hub. Now this is a whole platform in itself, whole another app. I don't want to dive into it too deep here. Just know that you can go in and basically connect different channels of communication, such as your messenger, your email, if you have SMS, text messages, you can center those all or connect them all to the Message Hub directly. So that way they all go to that central area or to this app itself. And you can also enable chat or direct chat on the site, or that can be used within funnels. Here's how it kind of looks. I didn't really go into detail here, but this is going to allow me to start a conversation if I want to. If I say hello here and send, it's going to send out an automated message that I created, and I can go ahead and enter my email in case I want to be emailed the actual transcript at the very end, which is pretty dang cool. But here, I'll just show you what it actually looks like, just so you can see it. I'm not going to go into depth or anything, but I'll give you a little preview. It's a whole another app. That's why I don't want to spend too much time going on it. It requires a whole video on its own. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go too much into depth here. I just want to show you something I thought was pretty cool, which is the chat feature inside of the Message Hub. It's just one of the capabilities that it has. I'm going to pull over a site here that has it enabled on, and we'll go ahead and just click on this guy. We'll open up a new conversation and just say, hey, can you quote me for my project? Right. Go ahead and enter. It's going to send that automated message I created previously. It's already set up on the back end of the Message Hub. But if I pull this back aside, click on the new message that came in, we'll see this is the message that I just sent. And if I reply and say, hey there. If I can type today. Interest. There we go. And if we hit send, it's now going to come on over, right? Just like a regular chat, but you can do that directly in the platform. It's included inside of ClickFunnels. Okay. Pretty dang handy. You can also attach documents if you wanted to. There is the capability of that right here, but my lovely, there you go. You can kind of see it. My lovely Grammarly is in the way. You can attach different files. Maybe if you have images that you want to be attached inside of the chat, you can do it right here. And all the messages are stored inside of your chat, right, within Message Hub, which is amazing, right? It makes it so you can have live conversations with people on your site and have it still directly inside of ClickFunnels, which is crazy. All right. When I close this out, you can also have a rating system. All right, I'm only showing you because I find this to be interesting. But up here at the top, let's say I'm done with this conversation and I want to give myself a lovely 5-star rating there. A little hearts rating, heart eyes rating. Now that comes through, you can see it's been closed out and we're good to go. All right. Anyways, just a cool feature. There's many different applications for this right here alone. I'm just showing you one of them. Let's go and exit out of this. And we'll go back to the platform here. Okay, now the next thing is going to be Payments AI. Payments AI is going to be the central hub for all payments or anything payment related. So anything that you are planning on processing for, maybe if you plan on taking transactions directly inside of the platform too, you'd have to set up a Payments AI account, and then you can process with a few different processors. You don't have to use Payments AI directly, although they are the cheapest when it comes to processing fees so far, or by far compared to the rest. But you can also connect things like Stripe, NMI. There's a lot of other third-party connections that you can set up there. You can also request them if you don't see one. I'm pretty sure you can even accept like Bitcoin on there if you wanted to. pretty crazy. All right, that is that. You have to click on that to find out more information. Basically, all it is it's going to ask you for information around your business, such as like your EIN, your articles of incorporation, anything to make sure that you are legit. From here, let's go and head down to the settings icon in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, little gear icon there. This will bring us directly to our general settings. Now, from here, we can edit our workspace details. You can address or add an image for the specific workspace. This will show up over here in the drop-down. There we go. All right, you can change up the name of the workspace. You cannot change up the subdomain as of right now. You can only do that from the beginning of the account creation. So keep that in mind while you're creating your new account. Set up the workspace ID or the subdomain how you want it to be. It doesn't really make a difference because you're using a domain anyways, or a custom domain inside of your account. Honestly, you would never end up seeing this anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But moving down, you have payment settings. If I had any payment set up for this specific workspace, they'd show right here, like credit card, PayPal, Stripe, whatever it is, you'd see them as options here, and you can enable or disable them directly right here. All right, moving down, you can set up order number formats. Really, if you're not doing anything related to e-commerce, this wouldn't really make a difference. But there is this right here. You can make adjustments if you would like to. For team settings, this is basically if you want to add people to your team and expand that, you can add them directly right here. Click on Edit Team Settings, and this will allow you to go in here and add new teammates. You can go in and create new workspaces. You can go in and manage team members. You can manage your billing, and you can also set up some API portals if you'd like to, or even Zapier if you end up needing that in the future. All right, not that you need to. I'm just showing you in case you need to know. And below team settings, we have the ability to delete a workspace. All right, moving on down over here on the left-hand side, we have collaborators. This is if you want people to be able to work inside of your workspace here, such as like your team members, any employees, right? Anything like that. You can add a new collaborator. Just know before you add them as a collaborator, you first have to add them as a team member. Then you can come here and add them as a collaborator. All right, and you can assign different roles so that way they can have specific purpose on the platform, not just have access to everything. You can set it up so they have access to specific things. Notifications are going to be kind of all over the place. So as far as what you're going to see in here, notifications can range from stuff like this, where we see a notification where a new contact has enrolled or submitted a form asking for more information about a project. And then we have stuff like this where a workflow has been archived. Really, it's going to be the general log of things happening or processes that, and you can also dismiss them here. You can dismiss them here as well, actually, in case you need to. All right, moving down, we have billing. This is specific to you. This is going to take us back to the area to help you manage your own account billing, such as like payment method and details on your card, all that good stuff. Moving down, we have locations. Here we go. Basically, just your address, your default location. If you're a digital company, it doesn't really matter. Moving down, we have shipping. This is mainly going to tie into if you're selling physical products, such as like mugs or, I don't know, lint rollers, right? Something like this. If you're not, don't worry about this. Really, it's not going to really apply to you at all. But you can connect with third-party integrations here to get shipping prices and have it all show up live on the actual live page that you're selling it on. So there is that. Below that, you have My Assets. This is going to be all of the images that you've uploaded inside of your account. You have course videos if you are planning on creating a course. It's all going to be in this location. Downloads, so digital assets if you're trying to create anything that people will be able to download. You can upload it here, essentially give them a link, and they can download a PDF or whatever it is that you're trying to provide them with, and download that directly to their computer. You can upload any audio here. You can upload your custom fonts, and that's about it. Moving down, we have integrations. This is mainly tying into third-party integrations that you would like to connect inside of ClickFunnels here to integrate with different workflows and automations inside of the account. All right, so we click on Connect Integration there. You'll see a bunch of different options here to choose from, such as like Blastable, Aweber. We have HubSpots, a bunch of different things. Styles are going to be the baseline for a lot of the design aspects, such as colors, font styles, the font sizes, buttons, button colors, a lot of the baseline things on a page, right? So it's worth taking the time to create one for your own business, for any new project you take on, or for your actual site here that we're creating. If you're using one of the templates we've created here, then don't worry, you're good to go. There's already a style guide created. You can go and customize if you want to, but by default, it's made to look good. So you can go in and adjust any of them. They're not set in stone. They're fully customizable. You can go in and change names. You can clone them. So maybe you want to take an existing one and use that as a baseline for a new style. Just clone it, give it a new name by going to edit here. And then after that, you can go and adjust the styles right here. Here's a little overview of what a style guide will look like, or the style editor rather. All right, like I said, you can adjust the fonts, the font styles, font sizing. You can set up different colors, the shadows, borders, buttons, all this good stuff directly inside of this view. All right, heading back to our main page here though. You can also see the different funnels and pages that are using this style in case you ever want to manage them or remove them. It's totally up to you, but you can click on any of these guys underneath the headline here and it will bring you to the actual location. So in this case, if I clicked right here, it'll bring me to that specific funnel. If I click right here, it'll bring me to that specific theme and so on. So it allows you to manage things pretty quickly here. All right, with that said, let's move on down to themes within that secondary navigation. Themes play a big role in a lot of different locations, such as your sites, your pages, your courses, your blog, your customer center. A lot of locations are being built off of theme pages. Again, it's just like the baseline for how most things function inside of ClickFunnels. So the theme and style are going to be super crucial in a lot of what you do on the platform. All right, below that we have system emails. Now these are automated emails that get sent out automatically whenever someone meets a specific criteria or performs a certain action. For instance, if we go to like orders over here, orders are these automated system order emails are going to be sent out whenever, say, someone purchases a product. This order confirmation email is going to be sent out automatically with a receipt basically of what they have purchased, the product name, the amount, when it was purchased, all that good stuff. It's an actual receipt of what they have purchased. You have order fulfillment emails, which is basically if you have anything connected to a product, such as a digital asset, it will send out an email saying, hey, view your digital asset here or your product here. Click this button and it will actually take you to a location where they can view and manage that product. All right, you can edit any of these. You can click on the little pencil icon here, go in and customize it if you'd like to. You can also change the subject line and add any merge tags if you want to. If you do customize anything, just make sure to set it to active afterwards after you've customized the actual layout or the design, and then hit save. Okay, there is that. Moving down, we have funnel tags over here. Funnel tags allow you to manage and organize your projects, or funnel projects rather, inside of your account. Maybe if you have different tags for each stage that the funnel's in, you can technically go there, add or remove tags. It's all dynamic. Again, nothing is set in stone inside of this specific platform. Everything is customizable. Okay, if I wanted to say create a new tag, just click on add new tag. We'll say new build one. All right, you can give it a color if you'd like, and then create that tag. After that, I can go to funnels now, and I can go in and say assign this funnel right here with that specific tag. Click on the gear icon. From there, go to tags and then set the new tag that we just created. From there, update the funnel and you're good to go. You can do that within the funnel overview as well. In the settings, there's a few different ways you can do it, but either way, you can add and remove tags if you want to. So say you want to remove it, you can also go into the settings again and go ahead and click on the gear icon, or sorry, the X icon, and that's about it. Let's go ahead and head back to settings for the last thing, which is going to be webhooks. Webhooks are something that you will probably not use as often as everything else inside the platform. Honestly, this is just if you want to send specific information from ClickFunnels to an end location that you specify. If you are needing it, just know it is here. All right. If you have a developer you work with and they know how to do it for you, even better. All right. And that's a wrap, guys. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out. Again, I'm happy to help wherever I can. If I don't know the answer, I can always point you in a direction where I think you can find it. So anyways, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I look forward to catching you in the next lesson.